Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I got it right this morning. I'm unmuted. Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, January 30th, 2025. And as we have a guest today, but I'm sure our partner and sponsor, ABCD Health Services, and our guests would not mind that we just name and acknowledge the tragic incident that happened in Washington, D.C. with the Black Hawk helicopter and the flight. We've recently found out that there were two skating instructors from, the media says Boston. We're from here. They're from Norwood. But nevertheless, we are going to take a couple of seconds and just as we're doing now, just acknowledge that. I do have guests today, so I will not spend a lot of time there. I also want to acknowledge the Powell family, my adopted family, and it's interesting. And if any of them are watching, they will get this. We joke about Clarence Powell Jr.'s wife being my wife. We would joke about that, and he transitioned, and so we'll next week spend some time and support them. But it's important that dealing with these things that we stay healthy. We stay healthy from a mental health standpoint, and we stay healthy from a physical standpoint. Y'all know where I'm about to go, because since September, we've been talking about something called cuffing season. And we have some guests that are going to speak with us today from ABCD Health Services. They are all about community prevention. And so, we have the kiosk and things that we've been talking about cuffing season since September. And so we're going to bring in Elisa and also Priscilla. If you all saw the flyer, and shout out to Skip's Barbershop that's listening over on Instagram. I think my lineup still looks okay. Shout out to them. But I was fussing at Priscilla a little bit because if you saw the flyer, she made it interesting to get the flyer out, but just a little light moment. But we're going to bring them in and we're going to talk about health and what they do in the community prevention space. And so, yes, Priscilla, I started the morning off with violence and coming at you, but no, thank you, because I really kind of like. And for those of you that wonder what I'm talking about, Priscilla is standing. No, hold on, not standing on business. She's sitting on business and prepared. And yes, ma'am. Good morning to you. And Priscilla, because of appearance, you're on the bottom of the screen. I'll start with you since I'm bothering you. Say good morning, greet the people, and describe the importance of community prevention in one word after you say good morning.
Okay. So good morning. Good morning. Like I said, my name is Priscilla Portugal. Nice to be on here. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for this opportunity. Community prevention, in one word, I would say, is empowerment.
Empowerment. I like that. And you kept it real simple. I was waiting for a little.
You said one word.
Okay, so you do stand on business. You meet the assignment. Elisa, good morning. Good to see you in the room. I like your picture as well, because you and I had the commonality. One of the other pictures where our hands are folded, they say that that's like a warm heart and stuff. So good morning to you. Greet the audience as well. And let me see, what question will I give you? The importance of supporting, because you all do a lot of work with young people, the importance of supporting our young people when they are in this interesting space of prevention. And give me one word about the importance of supporting them.
Well, good morning. Happy Thursday. Really happy to be here. My name is Elisa Dockstader from ABCD Health Services. I think one word that's kind of hard to describe. I would say power could be the one word to describe supporting youth. Very similar to empowerment. I think Priscilla and I are on the same wavelength with a lot of things, but this is definitely one of them. Just trying to uplift folks, right? Make them feel like they're in control of their own choices, right?
Absolutely. So Elise, I'll start with you. In this point, you both are women of color, and we know that that is important in the public health, community prevention space. And so if I may ask, Elisa, just give us a little bit about your journey of experience, and then ending up there with some wonderful folks. I don't know how long you've been around, but Irvine Golston is a name that
Yeah.
So you already know. Just tell us how you landed there to be at ABCD, a foundational entity here in this city, in this region. Jamie often reminds us that, we'll stretch out beyond Boston. But anyway, I'll shut up. Give us a little bit of how you ended up there at ABCD.
Definitely. So I worked as a CNA and then as a patient care tech in hospitals for almost 5 years. So working with patients every day and kind of getting to understand the struggles that come with navigating different healthcare structures. So that kind of led me to get my master's in public health at BU, which led me to some really great work. I got to work with the activist lab at BU, and then eventually led me to ABCD Health Services, where Priscilla and I have really worked very, very hard to fill the large shoes of Irvine Goldstein. And now we're here in the community trying to spread the good word.
Absolutely. And it's just so, you can't talk ABCD Health Services without thinking about her, as far as Irvine. And so Priscilla, my graphic design challenge friend, give us a little bit of your journey and how you arrived at ABCD as well.
So I'm from Boston, shout out 617 forever. After I graduated from Framingham State, I actually ended up joining the Peace Corps, and I served in Botswana, doing lots of HIV education for young people, in very rural communities. And then from there, I actually was at a couple hospitals in Boston, working with different populations. So adults who use injection drugs, really working closely with folks on like mass and CAS. But I miss working with youth. So I worked at a different hospital where I was in the adolescent clinic and just really connecting and kind of giving them information about their sexual health. And I wanted to do more. I wanted to kind of connect with more youth, not just the patients at that hospital. And that's what led me to ABCD. So now I get to be all around my community, really connecting with folks and giving them the information and resources so that they can make informed decisions.
It is, I heard the Peace Corps, and you don't hear that, as much. Well, never mind. I was going to say, you don't hear that as much anymore. And then, you can't say that without thinking about. So I'm going to move on because, you never ask a woman, their age and stuff. And so there's no way of getting out of that one. So I appreciate both of you. And it's so important, again, as I said, to see, we talk about Irvine, we talk about the, two of you, just doing what you do there at ABCD. So thank you both for what you do. So community prevention with this focus to some extent, with working with young people. I don't know who, I'll present it to both of you. There are some components of the community prevention programming there at ABCD. One of them is Healthy Love. Who's going to tell me from their perspective about Healthy Love? And, our young people in school, please feel free to keep in mind, parents, aunties, and uncles that may be listening. This will stay up. And so people, are aware of cuffing season. I'm going to do a shameless plug at some point about it. But tell us about Healthy Love, Priscilla or Elise. Elisa, I'm sorry. Who's going to tell us about their perspective of what you do around promoting Healthy Love?
Yeah. So I guess for starters, for all the programs we do, we're just seeking to empower youth, young adults to make informed decisions about their sexual health and their wellness and their mental health. So all of our programs are trauma-informed, evidence-based, and evidence-informed when it comes to the curriculums we're using, the activities we use to engage young people. But Healthy Love specifically is a series of workshops. So it's for adolescents who are 13 to 18 years old. And it's just to really equip them to develop positive and healthy relationships with themselves, with others, with their bodies, and just to be able to kind of understand what goes into being healthy physically, right? So the program that we run, Healthy Love, it's usually 7 one-hour sessions that can be modified depending on the organization or the school we're working with. We're really, really excited to say that we're offering Healthy Love in several junior high schools, and after-school programs across Boston and in Chelsea. And we have been for almost 3 years now, which is really exciting. But when it comes to the topics that we talk about with Healthy Love, we cover things from reproductive anatomy, menstruation, pregnancy, to healthy relationships, healthy communication, STIs, HIV, and then how to properly use condoms and how to use contraceptives as well.
And one of the things, I'll just throw in a shameless plug, and we'll put up the addresses later. But one of the things that ABCD is doing through June is working with Test and Go for the kiosk. Speaking of condoms and testing kits, you can get them. And if you go, where's my banner? I'll put it in while y'all are talking. But cuff safely.
Yes.
But yes, Priscilla, your perspective of Healthy Love, and add to what Elisa said about what you all do to promote that in the programming.
Yeah. Well, so, Elisa really hit all the points of the program. I think something that we do really well is connect with these youth, because lots of times it's hard to have these conversations, especially in a group setting, especially maybe around people that you're not necessarily close with. So something that Elisa and I do just really make folks comfortable so that we can answer all their questions. Sometimes folks don't have a trusted adult or someone that they feel comfortable with asking these things. So it feels really great giving them the information and really just being there for them.
I am in the background here trying to get the link ready. But it is important that, we encourage our young people, and as I've been sharing, some of our older people as well, because, some of the rates, and we haven't seen Maureen Scott, who I'm sure you all know, the director of health services. She had mentioned to me, Jimmy, the 23 numbers are coming out. So young people, yes.
Yeah.
And some of our seniors too. So that's a good segue. And Priscilla, I'll ask you to start here. Safer sex is important for everybody. Is it just young people? Is it us, 40, middle age, 30 something, or us 50 somethings? Safer sex. How do you all approach it? Is it just to focus on young people, or based on what I said, are you all looking out for the folks who, what is it? They say that just because, what is it? Just because there's snow on the roof doesn't mean that there's no fire in the furnace.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Safer sex, your perspective, Priscilla, and what you all do to promote it there at ABCD Health Services.
So I guess to answer the first question, everyone should kind of know kind of how these protective barriers, how to ask their partner if they've been tested, know where to get testing done, where to access different products to stay healthy. So that's for everyone, period, because these infections, they don't discriminate. They don't. But when it comes to supporting older folks, we do have a program called Safer is Sexy. So that's for young adults 18 to 25. And it's a series of 4 workshops where we talk about sexual health, kind of letting them know, very similar to Healthy Love, STIs, HIV, protective barriers, different parts of your body, how pregnancy happens. A lot of people don't actually understand or know that process. Like lots of times when we share this information, we get a lot of feedback of, wow, I didn't know that this is how it happened. So that's our first workshop. Our second one is financial literacy. So we actually call that Stack and Save, where we just do a budgeting basics. You know, we
say it again.
Stack and save. Yep.
I like that. I like that. Go ahead, proceed.
Thank you. And so it's really just budgeting basics, understanding financial literacy, different things that can impact, financial values. The other one that we have is about job security. And that one is called Secure the Bag. And with that, it's really just interviewing like basics, things to do the week before, the day before, how to prep, making sure that you have certain things in order so that you're prepared and you feel successful post-interview, but also how to follow up. So it's not just we had a great interview and things just fall off. It's how do you keep that momentum when you feel like it's really great and it's a place that you want to work. And then the last one is mental health wellness. As we know, there's a lot that's been going on, honestly, since the pandemic. And a lot of young adults are having a tough time kind of learning what healthy coping strategies are. So what we do in that workshop is just go through what are healthy and unhealthy coping strategies. And then we do like a clay, like grounding activity where it's just super chill. And we really just get to like focus on our piece. Which is always really successful. And with that program, participants can get up to $75 in gift cards if they complete at least 3 of the sessions. So it's it's very, very cool.
How old you gotta be to is there an age cap? No,
Unfortunately, yes, it's 18 to 25. But when it comes to a lot of the products, like you were saying with the kiosks, that's for everyone. We have them in Roxbury and Dorchester, actually 2 in Dorchester, 1 in Fenway. So
I can give you the address. 555 Warren Street. For now, I call that Roxbury.
That's why I was like, me too. I also call that Roxbury.
110 Claiborne Street, which is definitely Dorchester. And is it 14?
714. It's so close.
Excuse me. Who cut me, Priscilla? Who said so close?
Oh, I did actually.
I was about to give myself. 565 Warren Street, 110 Claiborne Street, 714 Parker Street, not Parker Ave, Parker Street.
Yeah.
All right, just a quick shameless plug for the kiosk, and you all can get all the information. Also, if you go to this website, you can get all the information from ABCD Health Services. And so also there's a hyperlink in the comments, you all, for those of you that are on Facebook. You can see that there. So Priscilla, that piece about the safer sex, I heard you also reiterate what Elisa was saying earlier about healthy love. Mm-hmm. They are kind of intertwined.
Yes.
Which is a good segue into, you all take this approach, the curriculum, when you go out. Elisa, you referred to, a 7-hour session. I interrupted because you were talking about the gift cards. So it you get the information, but you also get an incentive. But you take this approach with the young people, with sort of this circle of sexuality. And so, can you generally tell me about that? And there's one, two, three, four components in there that maybe we can just talk a little bit about, and also parents, keeping in mind a couple of these points. Just because they're your babies, it does not mean that their bodies don't experience some of the things. Y'all remember? So, all right, let's talk about the curriculum and the approach when you're working with the young people, along with the stack and save and get them. Yo, that's kind of, I'm sorry. You got me in a passion place when I say yo. Great. That's exciting. But Elisa, the curriculum, the circles of sexuality, generally, how did you all come to using that as the approach?
Yeah. So like I kind of mentioned, all the curriculum we use is evidence-based, trauma-informed. So these circles actually come from the 3Rs curriculum, which stands for rights, respect, responsibility, right? So this curriculum really focuses on, there's a reason that talking about sexual health and wellness can feel uncomfortable, or it can feel confusing sometimes, because so often, in our health classes or wherever we are, we're just focused on so much of the physical stuff, right? We're talking about the anatomy, we're talking about the act of doing things. But the reality is, when we're talking about sexual health, we're also talking about so many other really important things, which is where these different circles kind of come in. So to kind of start us off, I'll talk about two of them. And then if Priscilla, you want to talk about two of them. So sort of one of the really important circles that we talk about with our young people is sensuality. So when we're talking about sensuality, we're talking about our awareness and our comfort with our own body, right? So it's things like body positivity, understanding like what we like, what we don't like, as well as, feeling comfortable with other people's bodies, and just being aware of all of that stuff is a part of our sensuality, which is really, really important.
Can I chime in there? Because I started this part because I see the circles in front of me, and I just want to let folks know that the reference to the 3Rs, which is evidence-based and sort of informing this curriculum, the hyperlink is in the comments if you would like more information. That sensuality piece, I said a lot of parents watch. We can want to guide our young people. We can want them to wait, safer sex. At that age, what we used to call tweens and preteens and teens, in these days, into our 20s, our young people are just in a stage of they make quick decisions sometimes, and just because their age, it doesn't mean that can we just do a little sensuality? 13 doesn't mean that you don't feel stuff. 14 doesn't. So I just want our parents to be sensitive. We should continue to guide, give the information. But if you do find out that oh God, I sound old. I was going to say gave over to. If they moved on the sensuality to which you were referring, not telling you how to parent, but we're here today to make sure that you know that there are resources that are available. But I because I used to be a youth worker and I'm old now, I know how we are. We give the information, but if they don't take all of it and they move into that sensuality piece, we got to make sure they have all the accurate, correct information. So I just felt I needed to park there for the audience that we have right now. Sorry, Elisa, go ahead.
No, please. Absolutely. I echo everything that you just shared. And I think when we're talking about you specifically, it's such a confusing time in general, right? So even just taking the time to name these things is important. So when we're talking about like body positivity, and it's normal to think these things or feel these things, I almost feel like for some, it can be a sense of relief, right? Because we're talking about it, right? We're not just kind of brushing it under the rug, which I think can really be empowering for folks when it comes to sensuality, especially.
Absolutely. And then the second one, and then we'll go to Priscilla.
Yeah. And then the next one would be intimacy. So, in general, all of us as human beings, right, we have the need, the want to be close to folks, whether that's with our family, with our friends, or with relationships, physical relationships or emotional relationships, whatever that might be. We all have that need. So, when we're talking about intimacy, we're talking about things like how to effectively, actively communicate with folks, how to give and receive consent. And then how to kind of recognize, healthy relationships versus unhealthy relationships. All of those things go into that really, really important intimacy circle that we talk about with our young people.
Absolutely. Elisa, thank you. Thank you. Priscilla, the other two components of this are.
Okay. So the other one is sexualization. So that's really how sensuality, intimacy, and sexual health work together, so that folks can feel closer to others. Lots of times when people think of sexualization, they think of something negative because there are, some negative, like, let's be honest here, like they do think of different types of sexual assault, but there's also a positive part of sexualization where it's like flirting with someone. It's maybe wearing a nice perfume or, like different ways to influence someone to maybe go out with you, So like I said, lots of times there's a very negative connotation with sexualization, but we try to emphasize the positive while also letting people know kind of like both parts of it.
Isn't it something that we could kind of talk? Puberty is often referred to what their body is going through, but yes. Puberty is part of sexualization, means the process of coming into, desires, sensuality. Okay, y'all are here to talk because this I haven't done this in a while in this space with like young people and teaching. So this is and our old heads. I'm sorry, our people that aren't teens need this information as well. Priscilla, go ahead.
Well, the other thing too, like we do emphasize puberty, because lots of times people don't really know what's going on with their bodies. They might not feel comfortable asking like, why is this happening? So when it comes to the younger people that we support, we let them know like what's going to happen, what this timeline can look like, but also that all bodies are different. So we are giving this general information, but you might experience some things you might not. Some of your friends might experience it sooner than you. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong.
I like that part about what did you say, your friend or you may not experience it as quick. It's not verbatim what you said, because that goes into the body positivity part of there aren't young people on. My first thought there is our young women. And when they are developing, that summer Rebecca developed a little bit faster. But Kiana came back to school and didn't. That body positivity is important there because what I say, Kiana is like, and that who did I say? Rebecca is, come on, let's be real. Young boys, Rebecca's getting all the attention. So this is I just want to take the information that you all are giving and apply it in a real way that a lot of our audience's children, nieces, nephews need this support. And you said earlier, well, all this stuff that went on with one of the platforms and, some stuff, our young people are very different now. And I said this the other night, that they are socialized in a digital space. Yes. And in the context of this, even if they may not physically be active, young people digitized in sexual, we're going somewhere. In a sexualization period, we got to make sure they have the information. I'm sorry, and
the right information.
Yes.
There's so much misinformation on the internet, on all these platforms. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, Priscilla. Go ahead. We were with sexualization. Yes. Go ahead.
Well, so that's the third circle. And then the fourth one is sexual health, which is kind of what people think like immediately when it comes to sexuality. So that's understanding our bodies when it comes to anatomy, right? What are things that are happening with these bodies? How do these functions work? Also to like pregnancy, menstruation, how can we take care of our bodies, both when it comes to puberty and hygiene, but also sexual health.
It is this, as I was sitting here listening to you all, we've been doing this since COVID, and my mind's going back just to, things like testing and screening if you are sexually active. And Irvine used to talk about would it take pride in your menses? And so that piece too. And then also we have to figure out a way to talk to our young men as well about. Go ahead, Priscilla. Go ahead, because I'm somewhere. You got nephews, brothers. Come on.
Well, so I think something that we do, especially when it comes to like reproductive anatomy, is really breaking down what happens during puberty for men. Because lots of times when it comes to women, like they're already getting a lot of that information when they go to their doctor's office, or depending on what other women are in their lives.
Yep.
But men a lot of times aren't getting that information. They don't necessarily know the right way to put on a condom. They don't necessarily know the different parts of their body. So that is something that Elisa and I emphasize, especially something that I really enjoy that we do is understanding the different like common terms that young people use for different parts of their body, and giving them the accurate, like the medically correct term, so that when they go to the provider or something's happening, they can say exactly what's going on with their body, and there won't be any miscommunication, or the provider won't understand what they're saying.
Absolutely. It is just so important. And now my mind is back to a lot of my young people that I used to work with, and identifying things. And so, Elisa, if you can just get ready to close us out, there's this piece of the community prevention program, but just, kind of off the cuff, but other components that when you go, again, shameless plug, when you go to this website, you can get all the information that ABCD Health Services offers. But, and it was actually a question here, if you don't mind me asking, I think it was Pastor Marion that asked, do you go out? Oh, and y'all got a shout out. Malik Farr, I'm sorry. A couple of people. Okay, ABCD. Half of Boston is, a former SummerWorks, if not more, a young person. So shout out to and all right, Priscilla, I'm going to forgive you for the flyer design, because these are the most comments I've seen in the show from YouTube, I think, in the 5. All right. Pastor Marion was asking, do you all go out and partner with other youth serving organizations? I obviously said, Pastor, do you go out, with all type of organizations and make sure the young people have the information they need? Lisa?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're in high schools, junior highs, but a huge part of our program is also partnering with after school organizations. So anyone who serves youth 13 to 18, we're looking to partner with you. Let us know. We'd really try to meet folks where they're at, right? We come to where the young people are at, no matter what time, evenings, during the day, to try and give them this really, really important information.
Absolutely. And just again, another plug, I'm not going to put the phone number in the email. Y'all want to contact ABCD Health Services, y'all go to the little link right there. No, it's their phone. No, absolutely. Because access is everything. Yes. Phone number, please. Phone number to reach specifically either. I have this link that you all see here will get you to the ABCD Health Services space. But what's a phone number in case Pastor Marion or youth worker wants to reach out to you all to set up some time to talk and maybe partner? Yeah.
So our phone number is 617-348-6263.
I like how you do the number thing.
Like a little pause in between.
Yes, I had it right because so 617-348-6263 is the phone number. And also I want to be specific that if any seniors are watching now, even if we talked a lot about the youth center programming they do, I mentioned the numbers with our seniors, Elisa and also Priscilla and the team there will have no problem directing you to. Don't forget that here you can also find out about I believe it's 13 partner network centers that ABCD Health Services works with and supports. And you've heard Elisa often refer to the young people and working with different schools. Don't forget there are, Jamie's going to get me, 11 school-based health services. I'm going to get in trouble. Yes, that one.
School-based health centers.
Yes, that one. Thank you. Health centers. Yes. So guess where you can get all the information? JWJ. This is all case sensitive, everyone. jwj.info/cuff safely. We're going to soon change that because cuffing season, it's what? About to be February. Somewhere around the middle of February, March, you make a decision of whether that cuff is going to continue into hot boy, hot girl. So, no, in all seriousness, we have to pay attention to our sexual health because we are human beings, and it was just reiterated that we are sensual. We desire intimacy, and sometimes that intimacy is in the sensuality and the intimacy meet, but at the foundation of it, you got to have that other component, which is sexual health.
Yes, they're all connected.
It all works together. Yeah.
This was good. And I want to let folks know we are going to do Java After Dark soon with ABCD. Jamie's going to get me. I got to get her some date options, but we're going to do it within the next 2 weeks because sexual health is so important in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
And especially if your celebration is on the 13th or the 15th, that might lead to Priscilla. I said, we're going to take that into the after dark space. But it is so important. I'm glad that we have this partnership with ABCD Health Services because it really is needed. And we can't forget, you can also always 24 hours a day through the end of June, go to the kiosks that are let's do them in order by number. All right. And we'll try to do just the addresses together. Okay. By the numeric addresses. All right. Hold on. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
110 Claiborne Street.
It never works. I'll do the first one. Elisa do the second one, and Priscilla do the third one. Okay. You can go and get the information, and let's get this so when I cut it up, it'll look good. Hold on. All right, I'll start. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get 24/7 confident sexual health information at 110 Claiborne Street.
Or 575 Warren Street.
As well as 714 Parker Street in Roxbury.
Now, hold on. We may have to do it over. Is it 575 or 565?
Did I say 575?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
Which one is it?
All
right, ladies and gentlemen, just hold on for a second. We're in the middle of production. Hold on.
565 Warren Street.
Hold on. We're going to start it over. Okay, 560. See, that's who got me earlier. That's what y'all get for getting me about the 714 Parker Street. Okay, we're going to start it over. Never, ever have I done this. All right, here we go. You can get 24/7 information at the kiosk sponsored by ABCD Health Services at the following addresses: 110 Claiborne Street in Dorchester.
Or 565 Warren Street in Roxbury.
Or 714 Parker Street in Roxbury.
Make sure 24/7 you can get the information to make sure that you cuff safely. We did a whole commercial.
Yay. Perfect. That was fabulous.
Really important for everyone to know. All kinds of free stuff in there. It's open 24/7. They're all lit. So even if it's nighttime, it's safe. So definitely check it out.
Okay. Where's Jamie? Jamie's not in the room no more. I know hold on. I know the text. Oh, I didn't get it yet. I know the text that I appreciate you all. This is a very, very serious subject, and public health is so important. And so I think when people may think about the chuckle and the laugh, they're automatically going to think about the information. that we shared as well. And so thank both of you. You all were a great start to my day. And so thank all of both of you for being here. And we'll talk soon. And also, folks, don't forget, we'll get the date to you for the next cuffing season, Java After Dark, where we'll talk about February 13th. And because that night, we're going to talk about how to talk to your partner. You know, let's say you go to the kiosk and get a test.
And it's positive or, yeah, it's a tough conversations that you have to have 100%. It's going to be a good show. People should definitely tune in. Absolutely.
Elisa and Priscilla, I thank y'all for being here. You know, I wouldn't mind if one of y'all were also the guest on the After Dark. So okay, with that being said, I'm telling you, I'm glad Jamie's not here because she's going to get me when this is over. But shout out to everybody over there, the team, Maureen, Jamie, of course, Sharon and others, Jen and Lee, to the social media folks, Darren, Jess, and there's one more person, Darren, Jess, and I'm going to get in trouble. This is why I don't need, huh?
No, I think you already said Lee. I was like,
okay. So we're good. Okay. All right. Thank you all for being with me. I'm going to give some closing commentary. And I know you all need to get back to community prevention there at ABCD Health Services. So thank you both for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much. This was great.
Y'all got that right. In sync, in stereo. Get off my screen, y'all.
Thank you.
Folks, please make sure that you share this episode and also the link and information. And can y'all believe we did a real commercial and we did a second take? All right, I'm getting off of here. Hopefully today, Adam, what's up, brother? Good to see you in the room. And folks that, all right, for you too. Great information and wonderful program supporting Boston youth. Great show today. Thank you so much, Kubla. Thank you so much for being here. All right, we got some new Java. Y'all go and say hi to the folks over in YouTube. My YouTube numbers just went boop. Shameless plug. YouTube is trying to offer me some stuff, but I need to get more followers. So if you don't follow me, if you don't subscribe on YouTube, please go do that to get information. All right. That's it for me today. I'm glad we were able to, with sharing the information, also, excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, just do me a favor and go in the comments and put the clapping hands and put Jamie after that. Jamie. I am glad, even in this moment, that we are able to have some joy in talking about some very serious information about our sexual health. So we are going to stay committed to making sure we get you the most up-to-date and accurate public health information, not just with sexual health, but also sexual health is a part of our overall health. So is our mental health. So we'll continue that. And we are glad to be in partnership with ABCD Health Services. So that's it for me today. Today is Thursday. Today is my Friday. However, please keep in mind on Sunday evening, I'm not sure what time yet, but if you go and select to be notified when Java with Jimmy goes live, you won't miss it. So Sunday evening, in the evening, anywhere probably between 6 and 8, we're going to have a conversation with a young man that has a very powerful testimony. Some days ago, we spoke with Mario Rodriguez about the health of his community when it comes to addressing issues of violence and remedies and giving back. And he referenced to a young man that a family member he had a conflict with, and they have reconciled. Some of the commentary on that show between the two of them on social media just made me smile because they are an example of being real about what happened, but also being real about, as Mario said, giving back and helping the community. And he said it, to which they harmed. And so we're going to continue that conversation on Sunday evening. And I encourage you to be here. It's down week before the Super Bowl. So we need to see y'all in here. The flyer is going to go out soon. All right. Lol. Sharon. Hi, Catherine. Sharon Cornelius. For those of you that are watching for the first time, I have some the Mothers Board seniors as a part of my platform. And when I reference other platforms, sometimes they'll just be like, okay, well, I'm going to go watch James over there, or James, whatever. And this is one of our elders. And she said, it's me. First of all, she's calling me elder. My granddaughter changed this name. I don't know how to fix it, but it's me. Sharon, I love you. I love you. God knows I love you. Just a wonderful sister. Well, not sister. Well, she's a woman, but you know what I mean. She's beyond just saying sister. She's one elder in the church and then a elder. She's a senior. So Sharon, thank you for all the joy you bring to the Java Cafe, your relationship with my mom, and just all that you do, and praying. Jamie's getting shot off. See, Sharon, now you got me up here choking, Jesus. All right. Held a little bit of extra space today just to help us smile a little bit more. So Sharon, thank you for that. We're going to get ready to go. Don't forget Sunday night. We will get you the date for the next Java After Dark with ABCD Health Services. And again, please keep the Powell family, Ma and Sharon, add them to the prayer list. In your prayers, Clarence Powell Jr., who is the dad of I'm going to try to do it in order. Sandy, Derek, Clarence, Eddie, and Shay Powell. A lot of them, the Sandy's Hamby now and whatnot, but those are the children. And then there are the grandchildren, nieces and nephews. The Powell is the Israel Powell family is a very influential and powerful family in Christendom, not just here in the city of Boston, but in the in the South, in the Mid-Atlantic area. And so their legacy is great. So please keep them in your prayers. All right. And there's a couple of Brother Jermaine, who has been very active in here often, is the uncle of a young lady that calls me grandpa. So Brianna, especially Shay, Gigi, Eric, DJ, all. So, excuse me, please keep them in prayer. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank all of you for being here today. We will see you on Sunday evening at in the evening. All right. Have a great day, everybody. And we will talk to you soon. I'm going to close out with, I think, a video that you all are kind of starting. Actually, we're going to close out with two. One is the video of Newt and his shenanigans. And two, as a dedication to the Powell family, I will close out with the rendition from these good brothers called May His Peace Be With You. And that is my closing today. May His peace be with each of you. Thank you for joining us.
Microphone check 1 2. Here we go. Java with Jimmy live at the City Winery. Microphone check 1 2. How you doing? I am well. Are you? We just here to have a good time. We're here to have a good time with everybody, hanging out at City Winery. I'm going to perform, and they're taking pictures of us. So I'm going to do it like this real quick.
May His peace be with you till we meet again. May His peace be with you till again, till we reach that distant shore, and we'll shed a tear no more, no more. May He give you strength to endure till we meet again, till we meet again.